Welcome back, everyone. This is Clue of the Deck. If you celebrated Easter yesterday, I hope you had a good one. As it turns out, Jesus wasn't the only one to rise. As the Pirates raised the Jolly Roger for the fourth straight time to open the 2024 season to sweep the Miami Marlins. This one, a 9-7 come-from-behind victory in 10 innings. The Pirates are 4-0. And we've said so far, you can't be 162-0 if you don't win the fourth one. But if you watch this game, as you maybe were getting your first ham sandwich yesterday, in a blink of an eye, the Pirates were down 5-0 in the first inning. Bailey Falter, the Pirates starter, who, if you listen to a few episodes, you know I'm not real high on, was very ineffective today. Let's dive right into his first inning. First at bat, a walk. Second at bat, a walk. Third at bat, a single. So, in a blink of an eye, the Miami Marlins have the bases loaded. Well, what happened in the fourth at bat? Another single. Immediately, down 1-0. Well, how about that fifth at bat? Grand slam. Easter's ruined. Your Sunday's ruined. I didn't even finish my first plate of food and we were already down 5-0. Bailey Falter, very ineffective today. His line, 4 innings, 6 earned runs, 3 walks. Gave up another home run later in the game. You know, there was a video that came out this week before the opening day on Thursday where they had a video the Pirates posted of Jared Triolo learning that he had made the roster. And in that video, there's Derek Shelton, the manager, and Ben Cherington, the general manager, and they're giving this news to Jared Triolo, who had already made the team last year, had a hell of a second half last year, and was really no doubt that he was going to make the team this year. It was just a matter of, was he going to be the starting second baseman, or was he going to be a utility player, or was he going to be a bench player? But in this video, they tell Jared that, hey, congratulations, you're on the team. And it's a nice little moment, but there's a quote by Ben Cherington near the end of the video where basically, and I'm, mixing words here a little bit, but the message was, hey, it's all about winning now. That's what Ben Cherington said, the general manager. Well, I have a question about that, because if the Pirates are all about winning right now, why is Bailey Falter on this team? Why is he the fifth starter? Why isn't Luis Ortiz, who, again, hasn't proven that he can be a consistent starter either, but we've at least seen flashes of success. We've certainly even seen flashes of success this year already from Luis Ortiz coming from the bullpen, and maybe that's what's best for him at this point in time right now. But there's also Quinn Priester, who today made his AAA debut against the Louisville Bats for the Indianapolis Indians. And, well, what did he do today? The day after Paul Skeens absolutely shoved. 3 perfect innings from Paul Skeens yesterday. Certainly couldn't get better than that. But Priester did his best and performed really well. And again, this is at the AAA level. It's not against MLB competition, but, the next best thing. 5 2/3 inning. Only 1 hit, only 1 earned run, only 1 walk, and 9 strikeouts. He had 20 swings and misses for the Louisville Bats against Quinn Priester yesterday. And again, we saw flashes of success for Quinn Priester last year. Again, wasn't successful by any means for the whole time he was up in the Pirate system, but saw some flashes in spring training and certainly had another great start today. I don't want to spend too much time on Bailey Falter, and he's trying his best. He's not trying to be bad, but we just haven't seen success from Bailey Falter in a Pirates uniform. I know he's out of options, so if the Pirates were to decide to, get rid of him, he can't go to the minors without, electing free agency. And I would say, what other team right now is electing to take Bailey Falter from us? I don't know how many hands from the 29 other teams would be up. My guess would be 0. So when I look at that video that went out this week from the Pirates Twitter account and other social media when Ben Cherington says, all right, it's all about winning now. Well, my question to him is, why is Bailey Falter still on this team? But let's get into some positives. I don't want to focus solely on that. The Pirates did win today. The Pirates are 4-0. And I have to talk about the offense. This is the second game in a row where every starter got on base. Actually, 8 out of 9 of the starters got a hit today. Jason DeLay, even though he didn't get a hit, he got on base with a walk. When you look at this lineup today, especially a Sunday lineup, which is traditionally where some of the guys get some rest. We didn't see Henry Davis. We didn't see O'Neal Cruz starting today. We did see him as a pinch runner in the 10th inning, but, McCutchen, he also sat. We didn't see him. The bottom three of this lineup today, Rowdy Tellez, Alika Williams, Jason DeLay. There was a lot of reaction, including myself on Twitter and other social media, that, all right, this is another dreaded, Sunday lineup. And when the Pirates were down 5-0, it was like, here we go again. But credit to the Pirates. The Pirates, one of the themes we've talked about so far in these first few episodes is they're going to make pitchers work. And there are 4 innings today that I kind of want to break down a little bit further. The 2nd inning, the 4th inning, the 7th inning, and then the final 10th inning, where we see Pirates just make these pitchers work, whether it's starters or relievers. They take what they can get, whether they're hits, they're walks, they elongate the starters' pitch count. And especially in this first week of the season, probably for the first few weeks of the season, once pitchers get up to that 70, 80 number, they're probably not going out for another inning. Trevor Rogers, the Miami Marlins starter today, only 5 innings. He gave up 7 hits, gave up 4 walks. That's 11 guys on base right there between the hits and the walks. And he looked to be effective early on, but Trevor Rogers had 97 pitches in 5 innings. That is not effective. Only 58 of them strikes. Pirates are taking what they can get. They're kind of clawing. They're inching. Even if they're down 5-0, they're coming back and winning games. So 4 innings I want to just quickly kind of go through to just show you that impact of how Pirates are staying in games even when they're down. We saw this in the first game when they were down 2-0, when they were down 5-2, coming back to win that game 6-5. Well, this game today, they were down 5-0. Let's look at the top of the second. Immediate strikeout. All right, 1 out. Jack Sawinski comes to the plate. Single. All right, we got a guy on. Jared Triolo, another single. Jack Sawinski goes to second. So we got first and second, 1 out. All right, Rowdy Tellez comes up. He strikes out. So we got first and second and 2 outs. So that's, more often than not, you're probably getting that 3rd out here soon. But Alika Williams comes to the plate in his first start of the season at shortstop. Has a pretty great at-bat. 4 pitches. Ends up hitting a line drive into left field. Well, the ball goes right under the left fielder's glove, rolls to the wall, and Alika Williams gets a triple. That's 2 runs now. All right, we're down 5-2. We got 2 of them back. All right, that's good. That's a crooked number. But, all right, remember, this is all with 2 outs here. Jason DeLay's up, the 9th guy. Backup catcher. 6-pitch walk. Connor Joe. All right, we got first and third, 2 outs. Connor Joe's up. 5-pitch walk. We're adding pitches to this starter's workload to limit how far he can go in the game. Brian Reynolds. What's he doing? Well, he's having a 6-pitch. Excuse me. No. Let me scroll down even further. A 9-pitch single to score a 3rd run. That's what I'm talking about. They are giving what the pitchers are giving them. They're taking what the pitchers are giving them, rather. Adding to their pitch count, shortening other starters' innings. All right, that was effective. Pirates got 3 back. That was the 2nd inning. Let's go to the top of the 4th. All right. Alika Williams flies out immediately, 1 out. Jason DeLay lines out. That's 2 outs now. All right, that's first out, second out. Probably not much going to happen when you go, first 2 batters, 2 outs. All right, well, top of the lineup's up. Connor Joe, a single. Brian Reynolds, a 4-pitch walk. Taking what the pitchers are giving them. Well, Brian Hayes is up next. In these first 4 games of the season, he's 8 for 18. Immediately hits a single right up to center field. All right, well, guess what? Pirates get another run back. It's only 5-4 now. So they're chipping away. Even down, they were down 5-0. All right, we're only in the 4th inning. They get 4 of them back, 5-4. This is what I'm talking about. Throughout the entire lineup, this offense is much more effective than they've had, than they've been in years past. From 1 to 9, even on a Sunday when some backups are playing. All right, let's look at the 7th inning when they eventually get the lead back. Brian Hayes is up. 6-pitch walk. Edward Olivares. Well, 4 pitches, single to left field. All right, so we got first and second. Jack Sawinski flies out, 1 out. Jared Triolo strikes out swinging. 2 outs. Are you noticing a theme here? We're also doing this with 2 outs today. Just really, really impressive work with 2 outs by the Pirates. And then Rowdy Tellez comes up. Hadn't looked really impressive to this point in the season. Getting a lot of criticism early. Has a 9-pitch at bat. Well, what's that 9th pitch? A 4-seam fastball right down the middle. Home run. Pirates take the lead, 7-6. This is what I'm saying. You also see power throughout the lineup. Rowdy Tellez a couple years ago, 30-plus home runs. Hopefully this year can be a bounce-back year for him. Immediately, just back into the game. Let's look at the 10th inning. Marlins were able to tie it back up on a solo home run off of David Bednar. But we get to the 10th inning, where you start with a runner on second. And what does Derek Shelton do? Well, if he would have been, usually that runner on second is whoever made the last out in the last inning, which would have been Rowdy Tellez. Derek Shelton said, "No, probably not going to score a run with Tellez's speed. Let's throw in a pinch runner and O'Neal Cruz. Makes a lot of sense." Immediately upgraded in speed. This was an insane inning. If you take a look at one inning, if you're able to look back at one inning, let's look at the 10th, because they played it perfectly. Immediately, Alika Williams is up. Not known for his power, had the triple earlier in the game that went underneath the left fielder, but traditionally not known for any power. Well, what does he do? He hits a sacrifice bunt right back to the pitcher. Tanner Scott juggled the ball a bit, threw it into the dirt and first base. Well, Alika Williams beats it out. We got first and third. All right, well, Jason DeLay's up. Again, he's the 9th hitter. He's the backup catcher. Well, what's he going to do? He's going to lay down another sacrifice bunt right up the first base side, perfectly placed. O'Neal Cruz speeding down third baseline, head first slide, safe. Just perfect foundational baseball. 2 bunts to start the 10th inning, and the Pirates are up 8-7. Now, in my head, with these new rules, well, even if it's just 1 run, the Miami Marlins, they also start with a player at second when they get the ball, when they're at bat. So you probably need another one. Well, Connor Joe comes up, strikes out swinging. Brian Reynolds also strikes, called out on strikes. So 2 outs, but if you've been listening, Pirates are really effective with 2 outs right now. Well, Brian Hayes, what does he do? Chops the ball right in front of the plate. High, goes straight up into the air to the third baseman. Because it had gone so high in the air, there was no chance of getting him out. And now the bases are loaded. He's safe at first. Well, okay. Michael Taylor's up. He came in the game. He wasn't a starter. He came in for Edward Olivares. He's pinch hitting. What does he do? He walks. What have I been saying here? Pirates are taking what pitchers are giving them. A 7-pitch walk from Michael A. Taylor to get that second one. That second run, which ended up being the only run that they needed. They only need the 8th one because in the bottom of the 10th, Hunter Stratton, another just gem of a bullpen arm that we have right now, shuts the Marlins down. Pirates win 9-7. So just 4 perfect innings that I think just really hammer down this theme of Pirates are taking what the pitchers give them, especially when they're erratic. Pirates again, 11 hits today, 7 walks, on base 18 times. When you're on base 18 times, you're going to score runs. You're probably going to win the game. Even if Bailey Falter gives up a first inning grand slam. Even if he gives up a second one later in the game. Pirates were down 5-0, and they come back to win 9-7. Just a really, really impressive series. 4 straight wins for the Pirates. I mean, if we want to talk, we can even talk a little bit. Let's extend this one a little bit. Can we talk about Aroldis Chapman? I mean, again, I feel like I have to qualify this. Not the greatest guy off the field, but in my head is probably, you could argue, the best signing in the offseason for the Pirates if he's pitching how he did today. Just absolutely dominant from the left side. Touching 101 plus miles an hour. 2 strikeouts. Just made the 3 Marlins hitters that he faced today look really, really silly. There's so much confidence coming from Chapman when he's on the mound that we've seen so far. Just really, really impressive from Aroldis Chapman. I mean, if we break down his game today, 3 batters, 1 flyout, strikes out Jazz Chisholm, strikes out Tim Anderson. If you want to look up some highlights, look up that, because the reaction, the Marlins, Jazz and Tim Anderson were kind of laughing when they were at bat. They knew the competition that they were going to get out of Chapman today. Chapman was very cool and collected. Was very confident on the mound today. Gets 2 strikeouts. Absolutely dominant. Again, getting up to 101 miles an hour on that fastball. Throwing a splitter at 92 miles an hour. A sinker up to 98. Got 4 swings and misses. I mean, he immediately makes our team better. And especially if we're, seeing a theme. I don't want to make this a thing, but David Bednar, who pitched the 9th inning tonight or last night and gave up the game-tying home run. There are questions about his injury. He got a later start in the spring. Obviously, it's not serious enough for him to, have an injured list stint, but you wonder about his effectiveness. I'm not worried about it too much, but I think it's something to keep an eye on just in case. But I bring it up really to say if there is something serious going on with Bednar, you have Aroldis Chapman. And the bullpen, who has been pretty much lights out in these first 4 games. And I think we have to say the warning, the caveat that we're probably all thinking, Zach, this is only 4 games. And to that I say, I agree. But I'm going to enjoy them. These are away games. And we've seen the Pirates win in different ways in these 4, too. We've seen the ones that the Pirates have had the lead the entire time. We've seen 2 come from behind. Victories from the Pirates in these first 4. Pirates are winning in different ways, and I think 2 things are certain right now, and at least in these first 4 games, is that the offense, the lineup from leadoff to the 9th guy is really, really impressive so far. And these are all against lefty starters. I think there are a lot of arguments to be made that Pirates might even do even better when they have a righty starter, depending on who it is, right? But it's impressive to see. It's impressive to see on the road. The offense really consistent when it comes to getting on base. Not just at the top of the lineup, not just at the middle of the lineup, but even at the bottom of the lineup. And we saw it today with 2 backup players in Alika Williams and Jason DeLay. Really, really exciting. The other takeaway, I think, is just the bullpen. And we're not even including David Bednar in this right now. We had an effective game yesterday or 2 days ago in game 3, but the rest of the bullpen, what is it, 15, 16, 17 innings, something like that, and only 2 earned runs given up in these first 4 games? Is that going to last all season? To that extent, no, but this is confidence. I think when you see these first 4 games from the bullpen, when you pitch like you are, from Hunter Stratton to Jose Hernandez, who's already back down to AAA now that Roansy Contreras is back, Josh Fleming, Aroldis Chapman, Ryan Barucki with his 2nd hold of the season already. These guys, Luis Ortiz, who's pitched are really, really effective. And at the very least, is building their confidence when they play some teams with, a little stiffer competition. Really, really exciting to see. So, what's next? Pirates travel to Washington, D.C. Some of my good friends will be there. Jake Stein, native right now. I don't know. Is he native to D.C.? Is that the right saying, Jake? Obviously, you're native to Oakmont, Pennsylvania. I'm giving all the information out right now. I'm about to give your phone number so that people can reach out to you. But lives in D.C. right now. He'll be at the game. My other friends, Mike and Dana, they will be there as well. What can they expect? Well, if you look at the game on Monday, it's a 4 o'clock start time. You're going to see Marco Gonzalez from the Pittsburgh Pirates making his first start. Last year, he pitched for Seattle. A short season. Only 10 games started before he had some forearm issues. Some nerve issues in his forearm. Only pitched 50 innings last year. 5+ ERA. Hoping to kind of bounce back to what we saw in 2020 and 2021, where he was a lot more effective. And even in 2022, a 4.13 ERA, but 32 starts. That's really encouraging. Hope he can be healthy enough to be effective as a fourth starter right now for the Pirates. He's making his 2024 debut against Mackenzie Gore. Who's Mackenzie Gore? Well, he's another left-handed pitcher, I'll tell you that. Pirates face their 5th straight left-handed pitcher to start the 2024 season, which is kind of crazy. He was actually traded to the Nationals in 2022 as a part of the Juan Soto deal with the Padres. Has he been effective? Well, we'll see. I think probably not as much as he'd like. If we look back at his year in 2023, 27 starts, which, 136 innings, a 4.5 ERA, 4.42, 7 wins, 10 losses last year. Had 151 strikeouts in those 136 innings. So I think that's something to keep an eye on. We know that Pirates are prone to also strike out. Something to keep an eye on for the Pirates tomorrow. We'll see what type of lineup they go with. We've seen a few different lineups, a lot of different lineups in these first 4 games. We'll probably see O'Neal Cruz back in the lineup today. We'll probably see O'Neal Cruz back in the lineup today as well. So we'll probably see a little bit more of a regular lineup, especially with some folks sitting today and Tuesday being an off day for the Pirates, the first of the season, before they jump back into game 2 and 3 against the Nationals on Wednesday and Thursday. But I think, 2 come from behind wins. Credit to Derek Shelton. When credits is, got to give him credit when it's due. I think he's managed 4 perfect games really so far. We've seen some errors in the field. We've seen some errors in base running, but you can't put that really on the manager. I thought the decisions to put in different relievers to take the starters out when needed have been pretty spot on for Derek Shelton in these first 4 games. We'll see what happens on Monday at 4 o'clock against the Washington Nationals. Jake, Mike, Dana, have fun. I wish I was there with you. I do have some jealousy as you see the Pirates go for their 5th straight win on the path to the playoffs and 162-0. You can't win 162 if you don't win the 5th one. We'll see if that happens later today at 4 o'clock. It's fun. I'm having a lot of fun. If you're following along on Spotify and YouTube, Clear the Deck Pod, up now. Again, we're posting these at 6 a.m. in each morning. We'll see how far it goes. I think when I started this, it was just for fun, and it still is just for fun. But, if they keep winning, I'm certainly going to keep doing this. So, have a good Monday. Have a good start to your week. Let's win that 5th one today. Let's go Bucks.